I came on board and I was very, I don't want to say arrogant, but not much of a student of the game, if you will, you know what I mean? And then my communication was zero. So, I mean, it's something that we've worked on and worked on and worked on and worked on and worked on. And part of the accountability, at least in our office the last 60 days, you know, we've been, it's been every single day. I drive 44 miles one way from Woodburn, north of Salem, if you guys don't know, to Hillsborough. Right? I mean, we have one car, you know, so it's something that my wife and I, our flags are planted, you know, 18 months ago. In the same month, found out that we got married, and then we found out we were pregnant, and then her job moved her to salary and fired the other two chicks in her position, and then she put in her 2 weeks. So from
oh my
18
God.
months ago, we've been on Primerica income, you know, and I think the very first thing that happened, and I heard Shane Perry said this, was like, if you don't cut all your other ties type of a thing, you don't actually work Primerica. You know, it's something that when this is all you got, you got a different swag about you. You know, you got a different. You can't settle. You know, and I think the first couple months when that happened, it just hit me hard that all of a sudden I was the sole provider of my family, and it was crippling. I had a little S in me, a little stability. You know what I mean? It was absolutely crippling, right? In the last 60 days, I guess, my goal, you know, we had this saying in our gym in high school that actually said, somewhere out there, someone's training, and when you meet them, they'll beat you. You know, and I get to drive by the Haas office every single day, right? And I'm like, okay, you know, and so what's crazy is having 2 kids in the last 3 years, I don't get a lot of sleep, right? And so when you're up at 5, 6 a.m., it's just like, I'll head to the office, you know what I mean? So when we're getting to the office 8, 9 a.m. every single morning, I mean, our goal as a whole office is to have 3 or 4 RL legs, you know, that are we all have our full-time meetings. I mean, we meet on Mondays for PFN, Thursday night for op night, Saturday morning for training, and then we have full-time accountability meetings Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So they're in front of me 6 days a week, right? And it's funny because you hear all this all the time. People go, man, when I get out of my job, and they're busting 40, 50 hours a week, and then they get out of their job and they have Primerica 100%, and then they barely put 10, 20 hours a week in. You know, it's like if you just approach Primerica like you're 9 to 5, you're going to start making a heck of a lot more money. You know what I mean? For our schedule, I mean, every single day, what's funny is after a couple weeks, it just turns into a habit. You know, you're already up. You know, on May 1st, we're actually moving, and we're only 2 miles from our office. I'm just going to fill that time with gym time, you know, at 7 a.m., I guess, you know. But, you know, keep getting up in the morning, I'm so proud of our office. I think this is the healthiest as an office we've ever been. It's something that all of us, we have a lot of RLs that want to be the RL that, you know, the RVP that sends Greg and Becky SCP, right? And so it's kind of like, okay, you know, it's a little internal, but it's all healthy, you know, and it's something that, I mean, we're all helping each other out. There's no animosity or anything like that. I know in the last couple of weeks we've been seeing a lot of people just in our smaller teams actually stepping up and being leaders, you know, and that's something that you're just like, it's the click in your eye. So I guess for the 10 grand, I've never written grants 10 grand personal, okay? I've done 2,500 in a week a few times, and that's kind of where it starts. It's like, okay, that felt kind of good. I did that once, you know what I mean? But it's coming, you know. I think we did 1 grand in December. I mean, everybody here, you do 1 grand, 1 policy, you know what I mean? And we did 4, you know, in January. So it's just been a progression. But I think the biggest thing for us personally is, I mean, my goal is to train 10 to 15 people. I mean, Tanya Post says it's really easy to write 10 grand. I hear, you know, we train 10 to 15 people, and a lot of the times I start getting 4 or 5 of those trainees underneath me, and I'd start to implode, you know, and I'd start going like, oh, I mean, it's just, it sounds bad. I mean, we have a phenomenal support, but my wife doesn't she's at home. She's making sure the kids are alive, right? You know what I mean, right? So my job, it's not like I can let her off the hook and not go prospecting. You know, it has to be me making the phone calls, all 8, 7 fundamentals, right? It's got to be me, but at the end of the day, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and it's like, okay, that was me, you know? So it's like, I mean, when there's holes in the system, it's me, I gotta fill them out, you know? So it's something that, getting that 10 to 15 and getting this nice action binder that Becky helped us out with organization, I mean, it's a dream of mine. Every single night we're posting, you know, how many numbers we got, how many calls we got, our goals. We still have from Jenny Diaz, you know, but every single day accountability and not taking any time off because, you know, you take a couple days off and it pushes your business back a couple months. So, I mean, the last bit, I heard this week and they said, success isn't a 4 or 5 decisions in your career and all of a sudden it just snapped. You know, success is hundreds and hundreds of teeny little incremental things every single day. You know what I mean? And then after a couple months and after a couple years, all of a sudden you look back and you're like, wow, just those teeny little tweaks, you know? I heard it put, like, if you had a hamburger one hamburger, you're okay. But if you're having a hamburger every single day, you know